We go in now, I said, my decision crystallizing. If we wait, he controls the tempo. If we strike while he's still positioning, we have a chance. Bruce's sigh crackled through the comm. I was afraid you'd say that. You would have done the same thing, I countered. I would have. That's what worries me. A pause. Structural data uploading to your HUD now. The chemical vats on the lower level are the most unstable elements. Avoid them if possible. Selina checked her whip, testing its retention mechanism. If possible isn't exactly reassuring. I opened the canopy and we emerged into the cold night air. The Axis chemical facility loomed before us, a skeletal monument to industrial decay. Rusted catwalks crisscrossed its face like surgical scars, and several windows had been boarded over with plywood that had itself begun to rot. Dick, we're entering through the loading bay, I said. Keep thermals on the perimeter. If anyone else shows up, I want to know. Copy that. I'm also picking up some kind of electrical signature from inside, concentrated on the second floor, east wing. Selina and I approached the loading bay door. It stood partially open, a gap just wide enough for a person to slip through sideways. The invitation was obvious and entirely unwelcome. He's watching us right now, Selina whispered. Probably has cameras everywhere. Let him watch. I drew one of my grappling devices, keeping my claws retracted for now. Maybe he'll see something that surprises him. We slipped inside. The interior was a cavern of shadows and industrial debris. Moonlight filtered through holes in the roof, creating pools of pale illumination that only emphasized the surrounding darkness. The smell hit me immediately, chemical residue, rust, and something organic that had been decaying for months. My boots crunched on broken glass. The sound echoed through the vast space like a gunshot. Welcome back, Crimson. The Joker's voice boomed from hidden speakers, distorted by poor-quality amplification. I've been waiting for you. Well, not waiting exactly. More like preparing. Yes, preparing sounds so much more ominous, doesn't it? Selina's hand found mine for just a moment. A brief squeeze of solidarity before we separated to cover more angles. The last time you were here, you cost me everything, the Joker continued. His voice seemed to come from everywhere at once. My face, my sanity, my beautiful, beautiful plans. Do you know what it's like to dissolve? To feel your very identity melting away into chemical soup? Bruce, I subvocalized, can you trace the audio feed? Working on it. The wiring is ancient and jury-rigged. He's running it through multiple relays. I moved deeper into the facility, my enhanced vision, still faint but functional, allowing me to navigate the obstacles. Selina paralleled me 20 feet to the left, her movements silent despite the treacherous footing. Of course, you gave me something too, Joker's monologue continued. Purpose, clarity, a really fantastic origin story. The tabloids loved it. Gangster falls into chemicals, emerges as clown prince of crime. Very gothic, very Gotham. A stairwell appeared ahead, its metal steps spotted with rust. The structural overlay in my HUD painted it yellow, compromised but traversable. He's on the second floor, I said quietly, where Dick detected the electrical signature. So we go up, Selina asked. Unless you want to wait for him to come down. She smiled grimly. After you. We ascended slowly, testing each step before committing our weight. The stairs groaned and shifted, but held. Through the metal grating, I could see the chemical vats below, their surfaces reflecting the moonlight with an oily sheen. You brought a date, Joker said as we reached the second-floor landing. How romantic. The cat and the claw united against little old me. It's almost Shakespearean. Except in Shakespeare, usually everybody dies at the end. Oh, wait. The landing ended at a heavy fire door. It stood open, revealing a corridor lined with offices. Light flickered at the far end, irregular and pulsing. He's using that light as a beacon, Selina observed, drawing us in. Then let's not disappoint him. We moved down the corridor, checking each office as we passed. Most were empty, their contents long since scavenged or destroyed. But in one, I spotted a bank of monitors, the security cameras Selina had predicted. They showed multiple angles of our approach, our images rendered in grainy black and white. The flickering light emanated from what must have once been the facility manager's office. As we approached, I recognized the source. Theatrical lights, the kind used in stage productions, all aimed at a single point. The chemical vat, where Jack Napier had fallen. Except this vat had been moved. Somehow, impossibly, the Joker had transported one of the massive containers from the ground floor to here. It sat in the center of the office like an obscene baptismal font, filled with the same greenish chemicals that had transformed him. And standing beside it, holding a remote detonator, was the Joker himself. "Surprise," he said, spreading his arms theatrically. "I've recreated my origin story. All the elements are here, the chemical bath, the desperate criminal, the pursuing hero. We even have better lighting this time. That last encounter was so poorly lit, very unprofessional." I kept my distance, assessing. The vat was rigged with what looked like shaped charges around its base. The detonator in Joker's hand had a single red button, his thumb resting casually on its surface. "What's the play here?" I asked. "You blow the vat, the chemicals flood this floor, and you, what? Die in a recreation of your own transformation." "Die? Oh no, no, no." He wagged a finger at me. "I've already died once. It was very transformative. This time I'm offering the experience to someone else." That's when I saw the chair behind the vat, and the person bound to it. Max Schreck stared back at me, his eyes wide with terror above a strip of duct tape covering his mouth. "Boss man here is going to take a little swim," Joker explained. "And you get to decide. Do you try to save him and risk becoming the next chemical casualty? Or do you let Gotham's favorite corrupt businessman dissolve like the moral waste he is?" Selina tensed beside me. "That's not a choice. We don't let people die." "Even people like him," Joker gestured at Shrek. "Even the ones who crush the poor, who bribe and extort and destroy. Where's the compassion for his victims?" "Drop the detonator," I said, taking a step forward. Joker's thumb twitched. One more step and I press the button. Then we'll all find out if chemicals strike twice."